What's up, guys? I'm going to show you today how to use the GetAttributes function and scripts. So we're just going to hop right in. We are going to make a new part for today. We are going to just make it whatever size you want. Doesn't really matter. We're going to insert a GUI, a surface GUI specifically. We're going to first rename our part to just gonna call it GUI part. And then in the surface GUI, we are going to insert a frame. In the frame, we're going to insert a text label. Let's see, we'll just make it a little bigger to fit. And then once we have our frame and then covering the whole box, and then you fill your text label for the whole box. And by the way, to make it easier, if you wanted to just immediately cover the whole screen, what you can do is just go into your size and just do 1 comma 0 comma 1 comma 0, and it sets it to the whole size of the part side that you have it on. So once we have this, we're going to make our new script. We're just going to put it in the workspace. And then what we're going to do is first make some variables. So first we want to be able to tell the GUI, okay, tell the script where the GUI is. So we're gonna do local GUI equals game dot workspace dot GUI part dot surface GUI. And then we're gonna do local label equals GUI dot frame dot text label. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our attribute in, and it doesn't really matter exactly where you put the attribute. You can call it from anything, but we're just going to add the attribute to the GUI itself. So you want to scroll all the way to the bottom in the properties and on attributes, we are going to add it as a number, and we're just going to call it the value to keep it simple. And then we're going to reference the value by doing local number value equals GUI get attribute the value. And you guys can name these things whatever you want. The value is just what I wanted to name it, random. This is just a reference name for it, random. Like just all of these are random. So it really doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is if number value, then label dot text equals, and what we're going to do is we're going to say that it's like a player value. Like maybe you wanted to make this a physical leaderboard in the game and that people could walk up and see their stats on, like you would for a tycoon where it updates your money, or maybe it's kills or like just top player in the server, whatever you want to do. But we're going to pretend that it's just a player value. So we're going to do player value is dot dot, and the dot dot is because when you want to combine a quote with other information that is not a quote or combine multiple quotes, the dot dot is basically the same thing as saying this quote plus like combine them together. So you're going to want to leave a space after is, just so when it adds it, it won't be right connected to is. So we're going to do toString number value. And the reason we're doing toString is just to make it easier in text. It doesn't have to be a string. We could put just number value, but we're just going to leave it as that for now. And that will set it to the number value. Right now that the value is 0, we're just going to say the value is 37. So we're going to go in and we're going to do play here. And as you can see, player value is 37. But now what happens if the value changes? So we'll go into our GUI here, Surface GUI, and let's change it to 6. As you can see, the value did not change when we changed the attribute to 6. So what we're going to want to do is go back into our script. We're going to do GUI GetAttribute change signal. So anytime the attribute changes, but you have to say what attribute it is, then we're going to have it update the value. So we're going to do local update number of value equals GUI get attribute the value label dot text equals to string. I did not mean to put a capital U. Updated number value. So now what you can see is if we go into play here. Okay, actually, I was going to do something, but I changed my mind. We're going to update it through the script. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it wait 5 GUI set attribute the value 6, and this is basically like the parameters before. So we're saying what value we want or what attribute we want to change, and then including what the value is that we are changing it to. Also for up here, it is going to get rid of the text player value is. So we'll add that in just to keep it. We'll keep it consistent here. There we go. We'll do play here. There you go. As you guys can see, it now will update it to what it is supposed to be whenever it changes. You guys can do this for anything. You could have the attribute set to a string and then it changes strings. There isn't really that much of a limit to what you could do with these. It's pretty useful in almost any kind of situation. But if you guys are trying to do something different with it and you're having some kind of issue, feel free to comment below and I will help you out, or I'll at least look through it and tell you what I think about it. Or if you have any other questions, feel free to ask, even if it's not related to this topic. If there are any other videos you guys want to see, let me know and I'll put them out. You guys just gotta let me know. I hope you guys have a good one. See you next time.